Hey boys and girls, and welcome to Cooking with Mrs. G. Today we're going to make ginger snap cookies. It's a personal favorite of my husband's and Miss A at school. She loves them. So let's begin by going over, my mixer's in the wrong place here, sorry guys. The kitchen rules. What are they? That's right. Always wash your hands before touching or prepping any foods. What's the next rule? That's right. Never cook without a parent present with you or an adult. And the most important one, never ever take nuts to school or anything cooked with nuts. All right. What do you think we need to make ginger snap cookies? Flour. Brown sugar, yeah. We need ginger, we need cinnamon, we need ground cloves, we need a thing called molasses. I'm gonna show you this when it's time to measure it out. And you need butter or margarine, and some baking soda, and an egg. Okay, let's begin first by washing our hands. Nice warm water, some soap. Let's sing. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause my friends are your friends and your friends are my friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Okay, and rinse them off. Dry them. So what we need to do is set our oven to preheat to 375. And I already went ahead and did that, so our stove could be nice and warm and ready for when we're ready. Okay, so let's begin by measuring out 1 cup of brown sugar. I keep it over here because it's too big to go there. And make it so it's nice and packed hard, just like that. Okay, and 1 egg. Careful when you crack it, you don't want shells in there. Okay, and we're going to use 1 cup of margarine. Now you can use butter, or you could even use, if you were going to do this with shortening, you could use 3/4 of a cup of shortening. But I ran out of shortening, so I'm going to make it with just some margarine. Okay. Just going to move this out of the way for now. Need all that on here. I need something to put my dirty dishes on. Okay, and we need 1/4 of a cup of molasses. Have you ever seen molasses? It's thick like maple syrup and corn syrup, maybe a little bit thicker. Watch that, see? And it's sticky and a little bit sweet and a little bit spicy. You could give it a lick if you want to after and see what you think. Ginger snap cookies are something like gingerbread cookies. They might just turn out to be just a little bit softer though. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it till it all creams together. What color do you think our mix is going to be after it all blends together? Do you think it's going to, because we have lots of brown stuff in there. The molasses is a brown sugar is brown, but the margarine is like a creamy color, right? Want to take a look and see? Kind of like a soft brown, right? Scrape. Oh, jeepers. I'm just knocking everything over here. Let's just scrape the sides so we can get the mix in there a little bit more. Okay. And then we're going to add in 2 teaspoons. Turn it off now. Okay. 2 teaspoons level of baking soda. Okay. And then we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. And then we need 1 teaspoon of ginger. It's a little spicy smelling. And we need a teaspoon of ground cloves. That smells spicy. Not like spicy, like it's gonna burn my mouth, but more like more woodsy kind of smell. Nutty. Okay. Then we are going to add in some salt. I forgot that. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's about right. Okay, and we need 2½ cups of flour. So let me get my flour. Make it even. So that's 1 cup. 2 cups. And 1/2. There we go. And then next, we will turn it on. Now remember, if you're using a mixer, you don't want to turn it up really on like full speed, because then your flour will go psh everywhere, and we don't want that. Okay. Now, do you think it's going to stay the same color as what it was before? I don't know. Come take a look and tell me. Is it the same color? I'm going to scrape the sides while you look. So we can get all our floury mixture, our dry ingredients in. You always want to mix your wet ingredients first to cream them together better. Okay, I'm just going to scrape off my spatula. Down there. And I'm going to turn it up some so that it can get off everything off of the inside of the mixer, the whisker. Okay. Let's take everything off. Pound it against the side. Now I went ahead and I already lined my cookie sheet with some parchment paper. If you don't have that, you can use tin foil, or you could just use some cooking spray and spray it on. Okay, so join me over here, friends, and we'll get these ready to go. All right, so I'm going to take my spoon. Level it off. These ones you get to play with it, so make sure your hands are clean. So what I do is I roll it in a ball, and I take it with some just plain sugar, and I dip it in and put the sugar top on the top. So it might be easier if you just make some balls first. And then you can coat it with your sugar. If you don't have one of these cookie scoopers, just use a spoon. Works just as good. This dough is very soft, but it's not sticking to my hands, which is great. Okay, as you can see here, friends, now I'll just take it and dip it and place some about an inch apart from each other. To cook, because they will grow a little bit and expand as they're cooking. And then you're going to bake them in the oven at 375 for 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to stop this and I'll show you the ones that I had already made that are ready to go. Here they are. Nice little cookies. And you could see, if you look really close, you can see the sprinkles of sugar on top. And it's okay that they crack because they're supposed to look cracked when they cook. All right, friends, that is how you make ginger snap cookies. I hope you enjoyed it and make them yourself. All right, bye for now, friends. Be safe.